Okay, now that you've all got your work groups of 2 or 3 and a goal, let's take a look at the next step. In the PowerPoint that I've shared with you on slide 10, the federal government is interested in supporting major reform movements of the era. So that's what we're taking a look at. You are going to be pitching to 3 presidents and hope that one of them is going to invest in your interest group. Or maybe 2 or 3 of them are going to appreciate your proposal and like it, and they're going to fight over you, and you're going to get the pick. But this here in black on slide 10 is what we're looking for as the final result, the end product. I'm moving down to slide 12. You're in groups of 2 or 3. You each have a given goal, each group. What problem is found in the Gilded Age? That's another requirement. So we're looking at all the requirements of the project. Your problem must be found in the Gilded Age. Your need or your solution to the problem must be achieved by a progressive era interest group. So it can't be something like we're going to fix it in modern day. Like it can't require a cell phone to fix the problem. It has to be fixable in the progressive era. You're going to be required to give a 10-minute oral presentation, and each and every one of you has an individual essay to write. Where you're going to be analyzing those 3 presidents and their hypothetical view on your need recognition. And it must fall in line with the state standards, which I'll get involved with a little bit more next week. You each have to pick which standards you're covering by your project. All right, the annotated bibliography is what we're going to be working on in the library on Wednesday and Thursday. So you guys are not going to the classroom. You're going to come back to the library Wednesday and Thursday. All of your information has to be traceable. That means we can find it again. So the title is not good enough, and I'm going to talk to you about that after I meet with the guy from Scribble today. What type of sources? Was it primary or secondary? We're always starting with primary. How did the source influence your thinking? So that's really, really important. This box here, we really need to know for each and every source that you save, why is it important? Why are you saving it? And this box here, tertiary sources. This is Wikipedia, your textbook, any basic encyclopedia. You can't use those. You can use them to find information, but you certainly can't cite them. So we have to move on to real sources beyond that. And Scribble is going to help us keep track. So here's our goals. The first step is to go to your online textbook. Go to chapter 17, section 1. And from pages 512 to 515, you're going to find each of these goals and the description of those goals. So you might want to read all of them so that you have an idea of what else is going on in the class. But you really, really need to read your goal so you have a full understanding of what your goal is so that you know that the interest group that you create or find fits inside the goal of the progressive era. So that's step 1. Step 2 is to research your audience. The progressive presidents are Roosevelt, Taft, and Wilson. Roosevelt is Teddy Roosevelt. Wilson would be the American president that ended World War I. So both of those you've probably heard about, and Taft is the one in the middle that you might not know too much about. And you have to go into Google Classroom to research your audience, because if you go there, you'll see You'll see a link in your classroom. Where is it? There we go. All right, so here we have the Progressive Presidents PDF. From here, you're going to read this, and I know it looks long, and it is. All right, I think about 14 pages, but it's going to go over each and every president. So first we have Roosevelt, and you can make comments. You should be able to make comments because I gave this to you as a copy. So hopefully it works, but you should be able to comment here, although it's not letting me comment, but that might be because I'm recording. So hopefully you can read through this and make comments in your PDF. If not, go into Google Drive, make a copy of this PDF, open that copy so it's owned by you, and then you should be able to make your comments there. Okay, back to the slideshow. So what are we doing? We're researching our goal, and that's by reading the textbook. We're researching our presidents, and that's by reading the PDF that I gave you. You're going to be doing more research on the presidents. You're going to have to, but we're going to start with the PDF. Then you're going to have to, you and your group are going to have to choose an interest, create a title, figure out a problem, and create a need or a solution. We're going to go on to gather information, and you have to locate 6 sources, which we will not be doing today. So basically, today you're researching the goal in the textbook and you're reading the PDF. And if you have enough time after those 2 things, then you're going to start researching what problem you might want to focus on, what interest group you might want to research or create that fits inside your goal. So that's where we are. All right, 2 things must get done today. Read the section of the textbook where you research your goal, and research the president, which is that PDF I gave you. Any extra time you have, you're going to move on to the next steps here. All right, good luck.